If you are looking to stop miss-hitting shots like this off the tee box and stop putting yourself into hazards such as bunkers or ditches, then this is the golf lesson that we need for you. We are talking course management today here on the channel, and we're going to give you some tips of how to lower your scores by just using a certain device. Hi guys, if you are new to the channel, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button, helping us get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And if you're a regular viewer guys, welcome back. Thank you for the support, and hopefully you're enjoying that new format. But today guys, it's like the company that we are using today in Milessey knew that mid-handicap Dave was retiring. So today we are testing out the PFS2 Range Finder. Mid-handicap Dave has used Milessey for a long time now, maybe 3 or 4 years, and he swears by their rangefinders. He's got the PFS1, a waterproof, small, nice compact rangefinder that he has enjoyed. But we are testing out this today. Again, nice and small device, but there's a few things on this that Dave's might not have that could potentially help him. And I'm guessing it's an early retirement present, or a retirement present, or his first one so far. And as we can see with this rangefinder guys, again, there's a lot of things on there. We can see slope straight away. We can turn that on and off nice and easy. We've also got, we can change it into meters and yards. And from there, we've got a lot of things that are going to help you lower your scores. But here on the 9th hole as waterfront even, as you can see by the flyover, we've got a dog leg to the right. So very much here, I see people come onto this tee box, pull their driver out, and they don't know, again, where they should be starting that shot and what they should be taking into account. So on here now, I'm going to use the rangefinder to get the trees straight in the distance. And straight away there, we are looking at 240 yards. So yes, even mid-handicap Dave could have the potential of reaching those, and I know exactly what Dave would do. He would get on here, not take that into account. He'd be more than happy to hit a fantastic drive, but also annoyed that he hasn't taken that into account. So if I come around now and I look at the trees on the right hand side, we've got around about 180 yards to get past the ones on the right. So we're trying to think here now, right, where do I want to be on this tee box? Where do I want to set up to give me the best chance to hit it down the fairway? So on here for me, this is a long par 4. This is 440 yards. So we need that driver, especially in the wetter conditions here in the UK. But I now want to give myself, obviously, some point-to-point technology that is in this rangefinder. So I'm going to click on both of those points and see how far we have got. And we've got a 50-yard gap. So a 50-yard gap for me is something that I would have confidence in hitting. Okay, you might be thinking you might need 200 yards, but let's just plot your way round. Again, if we go from the trees on the right and all the way to the rough on the left, we've got 120 yards. So 120 yard gap there, we know you're going to hit. So if you're somebody who doesn't hit your driver 240, we can aim just to the left of those coniferous trees I'll zoom in on now, and you're going to be in that fairway. So I'm going to go just to the right of those conifers. I know I can carry the trees on the right. A nice positive swing. And that is straight in that gap. I know that I've got a wide range there and it does get a little bit wider, so they're nice and confident in the middle of the fairway. But let's get down there and see how else this rangefinder can help you lower your scores. So if we talk a little bit about the technology in this Milessey rangefinder, again, mid-handicap Dave is a big fan of this brand, coming in with different price points for rangefinders. We've got multiple Milessey rangefinders on there, all having their own traits that are going to make them a little bit better, a little bit quicker. But we know with this PFS, we do have flag lock technology. We do have a dual screen. So again, in light, it will go from red to black, depending, to make sure that you can see that screen as clear as possible. We do have the 7.5 wide screen there, so we can obviously get plenty on there. But for me, we know that point-to-point one is going to be something we're going to talk about more in this video, because that's something that can really help you understand how much room you have. That'll give you more confidence to maybe hit more greens, hit more fairways, and just lower your scores. And here's another interesting area to use your rangefinder to help you with your course management, because we're in the rough here. So in the rough, we know we're not going to get as much control when it comes to talking about hitting into that green. We know that ball's going to potentially run out a little bit more. So if I get the flag here, and I've got that 155, If I point to the front of the green, again, front of the green, we have got 150. So we know we've got 5 yards of room to work with. We know at the moment it's still not too wet, although we've had quite a bit of rain. So I'm now thinking club selection, something actually to maybe just land at that 150 or even maybe 145 and run up to that green, because we know from this kind of lie we're not going to get that spin control. We're not going to get the ball stopping. If anything, it's going to go a little bit further. But again, without being able to do that point to point where I get the front edge of the green and the flag, maybe we would have gone something that's gone 155 and then ran out to 175, which then leaves us the chance of a 3-putt. And there we did use a slope on there, so slope is either on or off, nice and easy to switch on and off. Again, in tournament play, I know you're not allowed to use it, but it's always good to know here right away. I know that this is a flat shot, so if I've got 155, I know it's playing 155. At your golf course, what you might want to do is go round in your practice rounds and start to see, is there any elevation on holes? Maybe on a certain hole, like most golfers, you come up short every single time and you've tried every club, but because of the slope, you might need 2 extra clubs, or if it's downhill you might need 2 less clubs, and that's obviously a great feature that we get on these rangefinders. And again, it's a good premium price, but affordable price. And there straight away, straight at that. Let's see where that lands. Just short, and it's ran up pretty close. So nice and easy there. I've been able to use that rangefinder to pick the right shot, think about obviously what kind of lie I'm in, how it's going to come out of the grass. It's not just a case of it's 150 I hit or 155 I hit 155. You have to read your lie, know your number, and hopefully hit it closer. So landed short there and certainly giving me a good chance at holing out for a birdie. Again, making this hole relatively easy. Not a perfect tee shot, had a little bit more confidence, and now we've got this for 1 under par on this hole. And guys, you might be thinking just like myself, if you've got a little bit of a shaky hand, then it never always locks onto the flag. But again, that's something that I have added into the Milessey rangefinders, so you are able to flag lock a lot easier, which is, for me, for years I didn't use one. Maybe I would have used a watch, maybe I just used the markers, or to be honest, maybe I just got mid-handicap data to tell me how far I had, or somebody I was playing with. So again, a lot of things in here for technology wise why it can help you, but course management is a lot of things we're going to be doing on the channel coming in the next few months. So again, I am joining, or hopefully joining, a new golf club. We're going to have a tour professional on, and we're going to be talking about his course management, and then we're also going to compare how Dave would play that different. We know Dave's a 12 handicap golfer, so let's see how he does it a little bit different, and how we all have to use things like this PFS2 rangefinder, how we use it to our advantage depending on our level. Milessey have a lot of different options on the range, as you'll see on screen as I've been walking down this fairway. Again, totally different price points. So if you're just getting into the game and you just want something that's going to lock onto the flag, have quite a bit of technology, then there is certainly different price points for you to go for. This one is certainly a fantastic rangefinder, cheaper than, again, your other brands, but again, plenty of things for you to think about how you can lower your scores, maybe not by hitting better shots, but maybe planning your way around the golf course a little bit better. And we're going to demonstrate a shot right here now, which is one big thing on all rangefinders, or a lot of the rangefinders from Milessey, that can really help you, because I see a lot of people get this wrong. And this is one place we don't see people using their rangefinders. So on the driving range, you might not be at somewhere that has technology such as a TrackMan range or a Top Tracer range, but here we can start to work on how you can start to get your distances, change targets, and see how far your clubs actually go. So when I'm practicing here, for example, I might go for that target with the white flag. So again, use my rangefinder, start to see that, okay, that is 150 yards, but it's actually playing 155 with the slope. So straight away there, how many times I would see people get their 150 club out, hit it, it's short. Well, actually, my club doesn't go 150 anymore. Well, no, that's because it's playing 5 yards uphill. So it might be that extra club, it might just come up short, but you need to know this. You might then change and go, there's another flag here on the left near the robot, and that is actually 67 yards, but playing 65, so slightly downhill. And this is where obviously slope comes into play. Start to know that even from here, it doesn't look too much uphill. And this is where on the golf course in your practice rounds, you might start to go, okay, I know the green on the 7th plays 20 yards downhill. It plays 5 yards downhill. That might change your club. It might be one club, it might be two clubs, or you might try and hit the ball harder. I would always suggest changing club, not trying to hit the ball hard. But I'm going to hit one now to that white flag, so I know 155, I know a 9-iron won't get there, that'll be an 8. And this is where we want to make your practice as productive as possible, because we need to make sure you know how far the golf ball is going. So you can come in here, you can practice, start to know exactly which club goes which distance. So when we get back out on that golf course, we can start to hit more greens. You can see there, straight at the target, landed on the green, and that's exactly what we want to do by using this rangefinder. And I know there will be a lot of you behind the screen screaming that it doesn't matter if I use a rangefinder because my golf ball can still go anywhere, and that's the case for everybody. So even tour professionals, and we're going to have some videos coming up soon of a practice round before a tournament, what exactly they are looking at, what they look at on their yardage books to decide what club they are hitting. So they are doing it, so make sure you use your rangefinder, but make sure to give the guys at Milessey a check out. This one is going to go to mid-handicap Dave now as a retirement gift. One thing we haven't mentioned, because we haven't been on a buggy here today, is it does have the magnetic strip on here, so if you do play on carts, you can put that on the side, pick that off nice and easy and get your number even quicker. But guys, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button below and let us know what else do you want to see coming on the channel this winter.